tastes so good, so refreshing. Have you ever wondered where our drinking water actually comes from? Want to take a look? Hi, my name is Sherry, and I work for the Inland Empire Resource Conservation District, and we've partnered with the San Gorgonio Pass Water Agency. So how do we get our fresh drinking water? It comes from underground. Groundwater through aquifers. And I have my groundwater model here that's on loan to us from the San Gorgonio Pass Water Agency. And we're going to take a look and see just how our water gets into the ground. So first we need to know about our water cycle. So we have rain. So what happens is, first off, the water that's on the earth, the sun comes out, beautiful day like today, and the water evaporates. Evaporation, the water goes up, then it goes into the clouds. That's called condensation. When those clouds get big and heavy, the water falls out of the sky. That is called precipitation. So precipitation is the water that falls down. Once it gets on the ground, it soaks into the ground. Soaks into the ground, and we call that infiltration. Infiltration is when the water falls down into the ground, and that's what gives us groundwater. So all that water is falling down into the ground and soaking down. Do you know what else is happening? When that water is going through our ground of sand and rocks, it gets cleaned as it goes down. So I think that's pretty interesting. But what I'd like to do is show you just how the water travels. So I have some blue coloring here, and I like to use blue because when we think of water, we think of blue coloring. We think of it being blue. So I am going to put this blue water in this well, and we're going to watch and see where it goes. I might put a little bit more in this well. These wells go down so deep. This number 2 well that I'm putting the color in now, this could be 300 or 400 feet down into the ground. This one here, this long one, that could be maybe 1,000 feet down. I don't know. But that water is going down deep into the ground. I'll just push it a little bit more. That water is going down into this confined aquifer. So groundwater is the water that flows down underground, and the aquifer are the basins that are storing that water. So these underground basins are just keeping that water for us. And something that the San Gorgonio Pass Water Agency does is they manage the water that's underground. So we have water now and for the future. So look at how the water is traveling now. It has gone all the way across. This here is a block. Maybe it's hard clay or maybe it's rock, but it's keeping the water down this level. This is unconfined aquifers. The water can flow a little bit easier. As you see, this water is moving here and it's going to flow through. And then these wells over here, these are Artesian wells. And something you're going to see is the blue water that's coming across on the confined aquifer is under pressure because it's stored here. This water could be thousands of years old. And this water, if you tapped into it through the artesian well, it's going to automatically come up all by itself out of pressure. We'll keep an eye on that one. So we have a lake, we have a spring. What do you think would happen if our water supply got contaminated? We're going to take a look at that. So I'm going to use red just to simulate something different from water. This is an underground storage tank. It could be from a gas station or some other kind of facility. I don't want to pick on gas stations. But what would happen if their tanks that are underground leaked? And then we have a septic tank. So we're going to put a little bit of the red coloring into the septic tank. So what do you think is going to happen if the septic tanks leak? So we can see it traveling already. It's contaminating our groundwater. And when we have the lake over here, it's starting to travel over to the lake. So let's give it a little squeeze. Okay. So the red coloring is simulating pollution that would be in the ground. And the blue coloring is simulating water and how it moves underground. So now our lake is getting polluted. I'm going to turn the rain off. We don't need the rain on all the time. So you can see how this water is moving. So the water agencies like San Gorgonio Pass Water Agency, they make sure there's enough water going into the ground. So when smaller water districts pull that water out, we have a leveling. It's kind of like if you had a bank account. You put money in, but if you kept taking money out without putting money in, you'd have no more money. So we're going to see what happens when the smaller water districts pull water out of their wells. This is the water that gets sent to you. Put that in there. And let's put it over here. Okay. So we're just going to pull that water up. So the water districts pull the water up. See how it's a little blue? It's pulling the water up. And this water gets cleaned and refined and then is sent to your home. So the next time that you're enjoying a nice refreshing glass of water, just remember where it came from and to practice water conservation. You have a great day. Thank you for visiting. Bye-bye. Thank you, and please follow us at Inland Empire RCD and at Pass Water Agency.